Welcome back to Twice Half That. I'm Anthony.
I'm Idris Elba.
The ugly anorexic version.
Roger.
Well, as you can tell, we got a guest here. It's my stepdad, Roger.
Hello.
Hey, Roger.
Today we're going to touch on, the same old bull, a little bit of sports, a little bit of other
Shit.
tangential shite. Man, I've been watching a bunch of shit on YouTubers talking crap about how Brandon Schaub can't talk, and I'm like, damn, I don't have a CTE excuse.
That we know of.
No.
Those of you who can't see the back of his head, it's got a big old divot.
No, that's not divot. It's, what do they call it? Cradle head or whatever from, parents just being like, that little motherfucker's all right in there.
I need to turn this kid.
He seems all right. I hear noise coming from over there. But one thing I wanted to talk about was how people are so amazed at, and I am too, at how athletic LeBron still is. But, if they had the medical advancements they had, back in the day.
And chemical.
Yeah. How long do you think Jordan would have played? Because I think he was somewhere around 1,200 games. No, 1,500. Not 12. And I think, and Larry Bird's around 11.
Talking out of ass 101.
Yeah, you fucking just keep making noise. People will eventually stop listening. And Larry Bird, towards the end of his career, had a lot of back problems.
Yeah, he had a lot of back problems.
You would remember, were you watching basketball at that time? Or peeking in?
Yeah.
Could you see
I was in 8th grade.
Oh.
So yeah. I was watching.
Well, that's cool. And
That's cool, I don't care.
it would be cool to see.
You were way the fuck off. 1,072 games in the regular season and another 179 in the postseason.
For who?
Jordan.
So, what I say,
about
1,200?
1,100.
Oh, 1,100?
Yeah, about 1,100 including postseason.
And so Bird's damn, how many did Bird fucking play then?
Damn it, I just set my shit down.
Well, whatever. What would they be doing?
Well,
what would they have done?
Be doing? Yeah,
how
exactly.
Much more would they have done if they were allowed?
It's hard to say for a guy like Bird who is dealing with back issues.
Just
because that could be structural. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, how hard is that? Well, look at
Plus, Smokey Smoke wanted one or needed one.
Who? Oh yeah. Dave Chappelle. I want him to do a How High 2. That would be, or not How High 2, Half Baked.
It's like How High? That's
wait, that's yeah, and they did do that. I didn't watch it.
Well, no, it wasn't them though. It was it wasn't them.
Oh, that's bullshit.
The fuck was I looking up?
Bird career games played.
Got it.
But they'd be murdering it. Would Chuck be as fat if he was allowed to?
Probably. He would have just eaten more.
Do HGH.
Yeah, he would have just eaten more, I'm telling you.
That's what...
Ooh, the Bird wasn't even at 900 regular season. 897 regular season.
Oh, damn, really?
164 postseason, so you're talking about, a little over 1,000 games.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yep.
Now, could you imagine what they would do, again, for the 9th time we saying this, what they would do
what
if
are we
their
imagining?
careers were, I don't know, extended? They'd be able to do a lot more.
Oh, yeah. No, well,
Jordan
and it's not just extending it, it's keeping them at that height for the duration of it.
Yeah, at their peak. Because I think LeBron gets the cryo treatment.
That dude spends $1 million in off-season on treatments. He does a lot.
He's smart. He's not dumb. He knows
it's an investment. You spend that $1 million in the off-season and you make 50 in the regular season. It's an investment.
I mean, if I owned a team, I would definitely be making all that pretty standard.
Yeah.
That way everybody's, good. Or at least athletically ready and durable.
Well, and it goes back to when we're talking about salaries way back, is you want, and the performance-enhancing drugs, you want your product on the court, on the field, on the,
whatever the hell it is.
Whatever your battlefield is, you want your army at full capacity.
See, real quick with the HGH, right? What was the lady who did Peter Pan?
Oh,
Rigby? Not Rigby.
Kathy Rigby?
Kathy Rigby, perhaps. And then there was the guy Mark, is it Harmon, who you like that show, The Devil Show, whatever. He was this guy who always, he was known in Hollywood sleeping on everybody's sofas. But they sold HGH like every night. You could watch that. And it was just common, like, how do I stay, healthy and this and that? HGH. You got to buy this HGH. And it was so out there.
Kathy Rigby.
And then I think it was Mark Harmon. And then they sold this stuff, and it was just readily available until all this...
No, it wasn't Mark Harmon. No. It was the dude with the tan.
Yes.
Oh, Channing McTannerson.
George...
Sorry.
Hamill?
Yes, George Hamill.
Sorry,
Mr.
Mark
Tan.
Harmon.
Mark Harmon, who's an actor as well. Summer school. You can't forget summer school.
Brilliant work.
But he was also a quarterback at UCLA.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, what?
Really?
I didn't know that.
Look at you. All right.
Fuck UCLA.
Well, yeah, them and USC are jumping over to the Big Ten.
Yeah, what's up with that, you little...
Money.
Yeah.
I hate college sports.
Oh, the NCAA's fucked everything. And now you got the NIL, so now they're, and I do think that the athletes who are making these schools millions of dollars should get something.
Absolutely.
But now, there was one football player that signed like a $6 million NIL.
No. Hey, it's an academic learning center.
Tell that to Alabama.
Yeah.
Oh, Alabama's garbage. That whole goddamn school is designed around football. Their graduation rate is in the fucking toilet.
Yeah, it's like 60%. Yeah.
It's like, you should lose the ability to teach students at that point.
You should lose scholarships at that point. If your graduation rate's under 75%, under 3/4, you're starting to lose scholarships at that point. Let's see how real quick. Well, the problem is at a school like that is the graduation will go up, but it's not because the guys are going to class. It's because the teachers are just writing in.
No.
For sure.
The 60% is not the athletes. It's the entire fucking school, I believe. What the fuck are you going to college for then? Why are you going to just party?
Yes.
Dude, and that's a big...
that's why.
That is a big reason why, this country's failing, because everybody thinks it's party time, and, well, why should I work, and why should I pay attention, and let's not go down that rabbit hole. But, going to old school players, we were watching Dave Winfield and Reggie Jackson.
Reggie.
And,
Reggie,
again, Reggie.
Mr. October.
How much longer would we have had them? How many more, records would be broken if they were allowed to cheat the same? Well, baseball, not so much, because,
HGH is going to affect you a lot differently than steroids, because at that point, steroids were in baseball. They were in all sports in the 70s and 80s, and then they, peaked. But HGH doesn't do this. It keeps you on there where, steroids are going to put more muscle on you. You're going to get stronger, faster, all that. But you do run the higher risk of injury because you put on all this muscle so fast that your body can't handle it. So now with the HGH, you will get stronger, but more than that, it keeps you repairing, it keeps you healthy, and it keeps you lean.
The repairing is
and staying lean too, because what happens to a lot of older athletes is they start putting on a little bit of weight, especially in basketball, and it puts more pressure on their joints. And that's where you see guys starting to break down. You see them on the side of the court with two big ass ice packs on their knees.
Yeah, Zion.
Zion needs a fucking diet.
He's been in the league for quite some time.
3 years.
It's like, dude, how you gonna be 300 pounds? I tell him, no, don't jump. Don't jump. Stop jumping. What the fuck is wrong with you?
And but the problem is that's his strength.
No, yeah,
He has never developed a shot.
But when you are at 300 pounds, math says lose some motherfucking weight.
Well, especially when you're not 7'1", 7'2" like Shaq.
I appreciate
you're
him.
6'8".
Yeah, I appreciate him jumping out the gym. But when you weigh that much, it's like, dude, you know, you're gonna have to learn the parkour roll after you dunk just to make sure that you're cool, bro. Like, and honestly, you really should. Or when you dunk, hold on to the rim and just
gingerly
lightly
drop.
come down. You know, don't slam it. Because I'd like to see your big ass fucking just flying through the air. That's awesome.
Well, that's also,
it's
you
Kung
know,
Fu Panda.
drop about 40 pounds,
Panda, I never wanted to see him jump or anything.
but he did it. But he needs to drop like 40 pounds. And the thing that kills me is you're a professional organization. That's a huge failure on the Hornets, or not the Hornets, but the Pelicans, on their behalf, by not having him in a strict dietitian, nutritionist led meal plan.
Well, there needs to be a new rule in the NBA. You can no longer have a family member represent you
No.
as, you know, an agent, because that's dumb. They don't know shit. You know,
You
and
don't
the
know
team
that.
itself, the
You
team
know,
itself
that's
is
a
like,
broad thing. It doesn't, you know, like
You know, if they're a lawyer and they know what to do, but
Yeah.
in
I mean,
general,
if you fit the criteria, you know, and you could work the language in there. If you fit the mold, then yes, you could. You're meeting some of the requirements that I'm asking. You know, and because any team could essentially, you know, screw someone over or not be trying to screw
Yeah.
them over, and they don't understand what's going on. A la Scottie Pippen. Bro, you have the owner tell you, hey, 5 years, 18 million, don't take it. Do not sign this deal. Oh, I'll take it, I'll sign it. Like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? I just told you not to take it. And then you're gonna get mad at Jordan, like, bro, did I make you sign that? Did I even know about that? Why are you getting mad at me, dude? You know, you need to start thinking a little bit before, oh, well, my family really needed the money. Well, you weren't retiring anytime soon.
Yeah.
You just got into the league, so, you know, what are you doing? And that's where another rule, I think the NBA has it, a financial advisor. Hey, moron, you didn't have money, your family didn't have money. Listen what the fuck I'm telling you. I'm not trying to screw you out of your dough. I'm trying to help you.
and I think that's where a
keep
lot
it
of
for
agents
longer.
fail too,
The
because a
FBI,
lot of
or the
agents,
FBI.
a lot of
The
agents
NFL had to do that.
don't, you know,
No,
they
what?
just make sure their client gets paid, and then deuces. I got my 10%.
That's not their job.
But
My
I'm saying
job
if
is
you
to
have
teach you how to
if you're a Scott
manage your
Boras and
money.
you have a massive sports agency or one of these other massive agencies, you would think that one of the main services you offer your clients is financial advice, financial guidance, especially for younger individuals, whether it's music, whether it's athletics, whether it's any form of entertainment, because a lot of them come from nothing.
But to them,
Right.
that is spending money that's not making them money. You know what I mean? That's another person that
absolutely.
they have to pay to make that happen. Or
But that's how you retain your clients. That's why, and
but I'm telling you, that's why
elongate
they
their
don't
careers.
do it. Or they do it, and we just don't know about it because we ain't no motherfucking professional athlete.
Anything.
I'm a professional. Hey, just take the
chase right there.
I'm a professional bullshitter, so excuse me.
Yeah, but you got to get paid to be called
Yeah, I
a
was gonna
professional.
say, how much
pay
you
myself.
make?
I'm a high-level amateur.
I pay myself.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. I pay myself in bullshit. See?
So you're a philosopher.
Yep, I'm a philosophizer.
Philosophizer.
Did you bullshit today? Did you look to bullshit?
Yes. Mel Brooks, please give us one more before you go, bro. I'm
90
begging
something,
you.
right?
96, I think.
Wow.
How about another history of the world?
They're talking about it.
They've been
Do it,
talking about
do
it for
it,
a while.
do
Right,
it.
but I think it's actually happening.
Please.
Yeah.
He said, hey, why are you all sitting on one side of the table? If you have not seen History of the World Part 1, it
To
is
which there was never a part 2.
a classic.
Right.
It is a classic.
Beautiful title, just because.
Yeah.
I remember the first time when I was a kid and I saw it, I'm like, okay, cool. Where's part 2?
Hey, it's
Yeah.
what
It doesn't
everybody's
exist.
asking. The best part is when it comes out. 15. I have 50. Oh shit. 10. 10, I have 10 commandments.
We'll never know.
That shit was great. Oh man, Mel Brooks, you're a genius. So was your kid.
Robin Hood Men in Tights was a classic.
Yeah, that one bombed though. Gave us Dave Chappelle.
It did.
Yeah, that was one of the first ones with Dave Chappelle.
A chew.
Gesundheit.
Chew.
What was the other one?
Oh God!
Call the locksmith.
Yeah, for Chastity, Blazing Saddles.
Ooh, yep.
Dude, come on now. You can't do that.
But he's a fight to get the fuck. Yeah, I love that. Oh no, the best part is when.
But at least I talk to you.
When Gene Wilder grabs Homeboy and pulls him, he goes, "Hey, where are the white women at?" And the clown's all like, "Oh shit!" That was gold. That was gold, man. Those movies were great.
Somebody go back and get a shitload of dime.
Yeah.
Use the Schwartz.
Yeah.
Man,
that is fucking great.
fantastic.
Spaceballs, another classic.
Spaceballer. Hey, I wonder with
Barf.
HGH in the medical technology now, Theismann would have came back.
Yeah.
No way.
Well,
think that was
the injury to Alex Smith was almost identical.
It was
and it happened on the same day.
Yeah. Isn't that
It happened on the
crazy?
same day, and I think it was the same opponent.
If I'm a
There
quarterback,
was
I'm
too
not-
many similarities. Like it was like a
There was
like in a decade time. I mean everything. I can't recall.
But it was the same exact date,
Yeah.
like month and day.
Right.
Alex Smith should sue
that
the Niners.
was nasty.
Yeah, that was nasty.
And he almost
leg.
died. He almost lost his leg, not because of the break, but because he got an infection.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So,
And then you see that fucking crooked.
yeah,
You know, it's like a lightning bolt for a leg.
Like, man.
and he came back and played a year,
Yeah.
and then retired. He was like, "All right, I proved I could come back from it. I'm out."
Yeah, I'm not gonna
And
risk it.
he lives in the Bay Area now.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
where is he? Isn't he from here?
No, he's from San Diego area.
Right.
Oh,
area.
yeah. That makes sense.
And but his wife is from here. He met her when he was with the Niners, so they moved back, and he loved it here. So he's
yeah, it's
in the Bay
easy.
Area.
It's easy. I mean, if I had to move, down south, definitely wouldn't be fucking LA. It'd have to be San Diego or Tijuana. One of them.
San Diego.
Yeah, I remember. Tijuana, California.
We just picked it up and we moved it with all the problems.
Come on. It's America. You just take over.
Yeah, just be like a Texan. This is ours now.
It's mine.
No, first you got to be like,
I don't know.
Can I stay here, please?
Yeah, no. First, you got to get pissed off and like, I don't like your ways. I'm leaving. Can I stay here?
Fuck your country.
Thank you. This is ours now. Help us. Help us.
Pieces of shite.
Fucking
Oh
Texans.
shit! I read that.
It comes to the end. Texans.
Well, you know what they say. Lowest breed of man is a Texan. You know where that's from? You met it. Lonesome Dove.
Sorry, that was my dad's show.
I mean, it's long as.
I know, that's what I saw. He had
But it's good.
He had the set, It was like,
Yeah, it did.
I get involved in
VHS.
that. I'm gonna go-
VHS.
VHS
I'm gonna
set
go
is
see
that
Dad.
big. Yeah, that movie or the miniseries.
Yeah.
Robert Duvall. What was it, Robert Duvall?
I don't
Shit,
know.
I don't
would
remember.
say it looked like Robert Duvall.
David Duchovny.
That
Lonesome Dove.
Starring Fox Mulder.
Fox Mulder. You know what? I'd like to see another one of is Evolution.
I was just watching that the other day.
That was a good one. It came out when some other big movie came out.
Yeah.
And it hella overshadowed it. I can't.
Hell overshadowed. Like, some people are like, what is this? It's Evolution.
You,
think
you
I've
didn't
seen
see the goddamn trailers for it?
Had Ethan Suplee in it.
Who?
Souffle.
Suplee. Big dude from American History X. From
Oh, Boy Meets
really?
World.
big dude that lost hella weight.
Isn't one of the savages in deep water for saying something stupid? And got.
I think the older Fred. I think is
Fred.
the older
Fred.
Fred.
Wonder
Savage?
Years?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's him.
I think it was.
what?
I think it was him that said something.
What'd he say?
I don't remember.
Trannies aren't real.
Yeah.
So like, no, they're in your car. You could look at them. They're underneath. Fred Savage. What a cool name. Mole.
Some
guacamole.
Rick Savage.
Rick Savage.
Yeah, wasn't that?
Randy Savage?
Oh yeah!
There it is.
Apparently he slept with Stephanie McMahon when she was 15, and that's why he got kicked out of the WWF.
But I don't know if that's true. Or did he get kicked out because of that? Or that was apparently a rumor. But I was like, a 15-year-old Stephanie McMahon? That sounds a little...
And I wouldn't put it past Vince to put out rumors like that to justify the firing, because he was a big earner for them.
Yeah, well, and it was either him or Hulk. And looking back at it, Hulk, you're a piece of shit. And not just because of
Oh,
personal
Hogan,
shit.
yeah.
As a wrestler, you're a piece of shit. He wouldn't put anybody over. And his first match with The Undertaker gets him in a tombstone, and then he drops him, and it's on the chair. And, you know, he lays out flat, and then at the end of the match, you know, they're in the back, and Hulk's all like, you know, you heard me, kid. My neck's pretty fucked up, but, you know, it's all right, brother. You know, you're young, you'll learn. Undertaker's like, damn, you know, fucked up Hulkster. I owe him one. And then he watches it years later, and he's all like, hey, man, I ain't drop you on your head. He had like good 2 inches. It's like, you're a dirty bastard.
Dude, I'm so bad about wrestling, man. Like, I thought Hulk Hogan was in, like, Michael Nesmith's Sunset Sam video. Like, I don't know this stuff, dude. So, you know, I'll just sit here off to the side. Rick Savage.
All
You
right,
know, it's all Rick.
Yeah, I stopped watching when after Stone. I mean,
Winter
I watched
after.
Yeah, Winter After.
Yeah, after
I didn't
Slim
watch for
Jim.
that long. It was like what,
Snapped into a Slim Jim. Hell
like
yeah.
94. Should put me at like 6 to like what, 2005. You know, we went to that show.
Oh, at the Cow Palace.
Yeah.
And then
Juke Fest.
Yeah.
Stone
Yeah,
Cold
man.
got injured. Seen him come back, and then it was like, all right.
Well, it's been progressively going downhill since then, too.
Yeah,
And-
but then, you know, Vagina showed up, and it was like, fuck wrestling.
yeah, you hit that certain age, and it's like, I don't need to see that.
Yeah, fuck that. I got better shit to do.
That's not nearly as entertaining.
So, like, fucking fighting soap opera, yeah, whatever. You're going the way of the dodo. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You have lost.
I am going outside and hunting.
Until I get in trouble. Hey, it's too late. Trash back here.
Shit.
Fuck.
I was this close, I swear.
Let me stay outside. Back in the day. Back in the day. Yeah, once you get to a certain age, I think wrestling loses its appeal.
I beg to differ. There are a lot of grown-ass adults
I
that
was
like
gonna say that-
dive in hard.
Those
Grown-ass
are-
adults like performing it, so that obviously it means a lot to them.
And those people are
Right.
weird ones because, I mean, the numbers for wrestling, super down. And honestly, I only know about this because of Jim Cornette's podcast. I wouldn't know jack shit about wrestling if it wasn't
Like
for
other
him.
things.
And it's enjoyable because he's legit just bitching about the state of, you know, the industry that he fucking
yeah.
retired from.
Well, and he put so much. He invested so much time into his life into it.
Oh, he has, I think, like 6,000 hours of wrestling tape. And I mean, this is shit like how you guys would trade, you know, punk cassettes from the indie scene. That's what he did back in the days when they had territories. You know, it was basically, you know, territories. You had the New York, then you had Florida, you know, Georgia, all this other shit. You know, apparently we had a big one. Pat Patterson, who was real big in the WWE, he's San Francisco. He was wrestling at the Cow Palace. He owned the Cow Palace. That motherfucker ran it. And get this, he was gay, openly gay, back in the 60s, and a fucking wrestler at that. And you're like, what the fuck? Went all over the country.
Oh, how weird.
And so, like, holy shit. Like, you would think that those dudes would be...
What's funny is now that would be a huge deal. This openly gay wrestler.
Yeah, but, you know, in my head, I'm like, okay, yeah.
Well, yeah, that's how they treated it back in the day. They were like, hey, what I do in my private life is none of your motherfucking business. You know, and now...
Roman wrestler.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of them enjoyed partaking as well.
That's what I'm saying.
Who? The Romans?
No, well, yeah, but the wrestlers.
Oh... Yeah, and other shit.
Look at these going like, oh man, you know.
No, yeah, there's probably some, but you know, go do some deep diving on wrestlers.
Yeah, whatever.
They are some debaucherous motherfuckers.
Oh,
The Rock's
yeah.
dad,
Dude.
he murdered somebody.
No, did you see? There's like 6 kids that he had that he never acknowledged.
Yeah, there's.
She's one of them is working on doing like a documentary, and they want to like have The Rock involved, and they're like, no, he doesn't owe us shit. It was his dad. We would just like to be acknowledged as children of Rocky Johnson.
And he won't. The Rock won't either.
Well, no, he didn't even know about a lot
The
of them.
dude,
He's just
he had a cease and what is it? Desist order on some guy who wrote a book, gave it to The Rock at some wrestling event. The Rock was all like, oh shit, he read it cover to cover that night because he grew up in wrestling. Like
yeah.
he knew all the old school dudes. And so he read that book and he was like, whoa, I know that story. I remember that. He did that. Oh shit. So they got to talking. They were going to do a book, and then The Rock never got back to him. So dude was like, all right, I'll do it. And part of it was on his dad, and it said some shit, you know, that dude screwed a lot of chicks, you know, he slept with a lot of women. They were fucking rock stars.
Right.
You know? Shit. They were out there.
It's a family show.
They were over scoring like Lemmy. And, you know, his dad was getting it on a lot. And the way, you know, wrestling worked, I didn't know this. They worked all of the time. I mean, you literally went.
Anything like that, man. I mean,
even to this day, it's like they get like 10 days off a year type shit. Like they're traveling.
I'm not a wrestling guy by any means, but the thing is, do I have a respect? Fuck yeah. There was a guy before, was it WWE before WWE, WWF, right? Whatever. Mikey Whipwreck. There was like Sandman. There was these cats.
Yeah,
fucking awesome. I loved watching them. Like, dude was a tiny little dude, jump over, like, you know.
Oh, dude, and that's the thing. It's like, yeah, the wrestling's fake
work,
but the stunt work and the athleticism is 100% real.
Yeah, I'm blown away with it.
Yeah,
sure. I'm not gonna fall into the whole thing. I got better things to do. But do I admire it when it happens? Fuck yeah, I do.
And
you know,
I feel since the cat has been out of the bag for quite some time with wrestling. People know it's fake. You know, a lot of these younger cats, you know, set up their matches ahead of time, which back in the day you wouldn't do. Like if
I can't say that's true.
Some of them did, but apparently back in the day, what they would do is it would be me and you. We'd get a finish, and the finish would be like, you know, you are gonna super kick me. That's it. That's the end of the match. Whatever happens
in between,
that's happens. Up to you guys. And it's up to me and you. It's almost like you're jamming. It's up to me and you.
And now
to be
it's
in
more
there.
choreographed to where each move, although from a safety standpoint that makes sense. I mean, there's been a lot of serious injuries that have happened throughout the history of it because of stuff like that. With the worst being Owen Hart, and that wasn't in match, but
that was something that normally.
Well, there was only one other guy that did it. It was Sting, was coming from the rafters.
And that's why he did it.
I love the Police back in the day. The early records, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And Sting's the shit. I like Sting. You know, as a person and as someone who attempts to try to play the bass, I like him. He's cool.
Damn. Sorry, were you taking bass lessons? No, that was Max.
That
was Max. Yeah.
My bass lessons were all like, bleep, 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 bleep. Hey, look at that.
That sounded like something.
I got one note correct. No.
But yeah, like the Owen
go
Hart
ahead.
thing, just for those of you who don't know, it was at a pay-per-view event, and he was supposed to come in from the top rafters, which, hundreds of feet above
70
it was like 100 feet above, something like that.
No, it was like 70,
Was it
75.
75? And the harness didn't.
They used a carabiner.
That's what it was, the
made
carabiner.
for like your fucking backpack.
Yeah, it
and
wasn't
not-
rated for that weight, and he fell in front of everyone, like fell, hit.
Straight down.
As a a union card holding stagehand, I can't believe I'm hearing this shit. So
Yeah.
anyway, and rigging, that's fucked up.
Yeah, so
Can't believe
he
that.
understands what that means,
Yeah, no, that's horrible.
and he
And you've
fell.
been up that high, so
Oh yeah, I was at the Cow Palace. I used to rig at the Cow Palace. It's
And-
110 feet to the girder.
fuck. That-
I mean,
So imagine doing that with a carabiner that's, for your keys, that's not rated for any weight.
it's just unbelievable that even fucking happened.
And
That's crazy.
He's such a boss. As he was coming down and such a nice guy, he told dude to move.
So he
He
didn't
was going
land
to
on
hit
it.
somebody, and he told him to move. And the guy was like, "What?" And he felt Owen brush his shoulder. Boom! And then it was like, "What the fuck?" And they were looking. The ref was like, because it wasn't supposed to happen yet. They were
Yeah,
like,
he wasn't supposed to come down yet, too. Like, he wasn't,
Yeah, that was-
it wasn't his cue yet.
And that's doing.
Well, yeah, when you're free falling, you ain't
Yeah.
you.
And I think he was afraid of heights.
I believe that's what I heard as well. And it's
Yeah, it sucks.
yeah.
Jim Ross, who's a legendary
Dude,
wrestling announcer, yeah, he died.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember that. I was all like, "What? What happened?" They were like, "Owen Hart died." It's like, what?
Yeah, I think that was like 5th grade, maybe. It
Yeah.
was like 99.
Wow.
We're
98,
hella young,
99,
so it was
yeah.
in the middle of like, "Oh shit, really? Holy crap!" He got effed up.
Yeah, he did.
But
Oh,
you
man.
know, and they'd call
What a
it
way to
in.
fucking go, too.
Yeah. Oh, he would have been. Him and his brother were real good.
Well,
Vince
they
screwed
another
them
one.
over.
They were legacies. His dad ran the Ontario, no, Calgary,
One of
the
them.
Calgary.
Ontario, Calgary, Alberta,
Yeah,
Vancouver.
territory. Like
All right.
he ran Canada. He ran like the
You go for
Alberta
it.
territory, whatever territory it is that encompasses Calgary. He ran that area and had like a house where all the wrestlers stayed and shit like that.
Yeah.
So he's another legacy.
Yeah, they were fantastic at wrestling, but if they need to make a show to illustrate to people the the thinking that goes into it, the athleticism, and what used to make wrestling real good, being able to call a match in the ring, being able to know when the crowd is flipped and I'm supposed to win, audible, we're gonna give it up to you, and the whole thing is to milk the crowd. You're trying to do whatever you can to make your little shit pop, and if you can,
Water went down the wrong
go
pipe
long.
there.
Yep. Don't want to. What do they call it? Dry drowning. That would not be fun.
That's got to be a terrible way to go.
Horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to get into it now. I'm not even going into it. You guys watch Righteous Gemstone?
No, I haven't.
You'd like it. I think you would. Especially the wrestling. It's involved. You'd like it.
Cause
Religion.
religion.
Oh,
So
dude,
there's a
it's
lot
mega
of killing.
church. Mega church. Danny McBride.
Oh, okay.
John Goodman.
Ooh.
Wrestling.
Enough said.
Gangster shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking good.
A lot of wrestlers are
And-
scum.
Funny as fuck.
Oh, nice.
So good, yeah.
Yeah. All right. We
Yeah.
got to check that out.
Yeah.
Oh no, you have to.
What's it on?
HBO.
HBO.
You got that?
I think we
Hook
do.
you up with my password.
Just don't let Netflix hear that.
yeah.
Well,
Our
Netflix
our
can hear it all they
sponsors,
want. They're
Netflix.
fucking HBO. They're not HBO. Yeah, fuck Netflix.
Talking about they want to charge charge extra because people share their
Yeah,
fucking
they're doing that
passwords.
because they're losing hella shit to everybody.
Thank you, T-Mobile, for my Netflix account.
I mean, it's still good. They're gonna have they've taken over the stand-up comedy game, which is good. I love seeing stand-up. Stand-up
You see the new Bill Burr?
He got a new. Oh no!
Oh, it's awesome.
Like I had to put Bill Burr down because I was listening to him too much, and it was like I don't want to,
burn out.
well, get his mannerisms and his thought process down, and then when you listen to a special, it kind of takes away from some shit because you've been listening to him talk for so long. Sometimes I heard that. I get where he got the idea from that, and sometimes it's just listening to him for so long, it just becomes another piece of media instead of it being his special.
Yeah, my problem is like motherfucker thinks just like I think.
Oh, I love Bill Burr.
You know what I mean? It's
I fucking
just like
love Bill Burr.
get out of my head.
He's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
He is hilarious. Nia! I love how he gets pissed off at her. She'd be Brandon in the motherfucking microphone. She'd be in the back yelling and talking shit. I'd be like, yeah, I like that.
I mean, like with you guys, though, you guys got like a great understanding of sports and history and all that. It's same like him. I don't have a focus. Like Vikings, Yankees, Giants. I'm good to go.
The Vikes.
Yeah.
How was their draft?
Well, I don't know yet. But
Was it 8 days for training camp?
it's getting close. We're getting excited. Holy crap. I'm like jumping back. I'm like Christian Darrisaw. It's like, no, that was 21. Oh my God. Wow. Yeah, we're gonna come back to this.
Or I
We'll
don't
circle
pay
back.
attention. I don't pay attention to
Wow.
anybody's draft.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
Oh,
I'll see your
that's
ass
something they
when
were
you get
talking
out
about on the radio
field.
because it's the MLB draft right now. Is the draft grades right away? It's like, you don't know until the season starts, especially
No,
with baseball. You
no,
won't know for
no.
4 years.
I was
No.
gonna say football.
Now.
It's like, wait 3 years. 3 years.
I love those
You know what I
instances.
mean?
That was the stupidest pick ever. And then you get to the end of the season, and it's like, that was genius.
Yeah.
Well, if you're a Jets fan, yes.
Well, if you're
Well, they
a
got
Jets fan, that's a fucking drawback right off the bat.
Honestly, if you're a Jets fan,
You're George R. R.
the
Martin.
NFL owes you.
I'm a Vikings fan. I know pain. But you Jets fans,
Yeah.
Or Nick.
all right, Joe Namath. The rest sucks. At least we got mediocrity.
Yeah, oh man.
Well, they've owned garbage for a while. I guess that's fitting, the garbage men, the mob connections.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Or the other fun team to be a fan of is the Knicks. Like,
Oh, dude. Scene. That's our big pick. A safety scene.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the big one. It's like, how did Harrison Smith, love Harrison Smith, like, fuck. Dude, Hall of Fame all the way. Get a ring. Let's do it this year. Whatever. But Scene, having him out there, it's gonna make all the difference. And I'm telling you, it sucks because I wanted to put $100 on when it was like, $250,000 to make that bet. Now it's like they're middle of the pack now. It's like
It's
people are realizing, yeah, holy
Just like
shit.
that time, you should have put money in the pool.
We're going to talk about that, huh?
wait, what happened?
We had tickets to the game where Bonds hit, what was it, 700?
No, 600. The thing was, it was a rained out game against Pittsburgh. I had to work at the Bohemian Grove. Another story, whatever, down the line. Anyway,
And those of you who don't know, look it up. Bohemian Grove.
so I was working there. And I'm with my good friend Sheets. I'm looking at you. So we're at the bar, and there's a pool up there. There's 63 games left to the season for Bonds hitting 600th home run. And I'm like, I'm gonna put $100 on the game Anthony and I are going to on September 9th, I think, whatever. And she's like, "You idiot! Don't do that. You're drunk." Like, yeah.
That's a waste of money. Not going to the bar.
Yeah. And it's like, in the end, I know you wanted me to spend that $100 that night on us drinking, which we probably did. But anyway, so it's like he talks me out of it. Anthony and I go to the game. Boom. That ball goes the whole stadium. I'm doing it for like 0.4 of a second, and I'm having that Bart Simpson forgetting his note going to the chocolate factory, and he's like, and it runs all the way back, and his note's like on his pillow, and I'm thinking, fuck you, Sheets. And I just sat down in that seat while the whole stadium is going
I wasn't
nuts.
even at my seat. I was coming back from the concession stands.
Nice.
I'm at the top. Like,
So you both fucking miss it. You're just like,
And it's like everybody's going off. I'm just like,
son
and
of
Ant
a...
comes out and he's like, what's up? Motherfucking $6,300.
Oh, yeah. That's when you play that song, Hello, Darkness, my old friend. You're just
Yeah.
like, son of a bitch.
Yeah. I hope we really enjoyed that night, Sheets. And
if not, you owe some money.
Oh, that was a $6,300 night.
he's been a great friend.
Hey, only a friend can do that to you. Like, you mother. I told you to put the money on the game, man.
No, you're the one who put that
You misunderstood what I was saying. I was saying, do put it. You idiot.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, good times. Good times. I'm
stuff.
glad they're over.
It's like we were at another game when Bonds hit his 71st and 72nd home run. And I remember I had a chain wallet. He hits the first one. I go to stand up, and it gets stuck. I go, whoop, just get sucked back in. I'm like trying to fight to get it out so I could stand up and watch the ball go over the wall. I got up, and it was already gone, and everyone was celebrating. I was like, you son of a bitch. And I put it in my front pocket because he ended up hitting a second one that game.
Yeah, but I was in line for beer at that time.
And the Giants lost, I think it was like 14-13 because Sean Estes couldn't get out of the first inning. They gave up like 9 runs in the first.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I remember, Sean. I remember.
Yeah, damn.
And I think that was his last game as a Giant, too.
I think you're right.
it was.
dude.
He was
I think
traded to
you
the
told me
Mets for
Yeah.
Desi Relaford and Tsuyoshi Shinjo.
that. I think
Oh,
Ant
yeah.
feels good about that.
And then they flipped Desi Relaford to the Mariners for David Bell, who helped us get
Yeah,
to the World Series.
David Bell.
That's right. Fucking A.
Yeah, I'll always remember.
I'm
David
impressed.
Bell.
I'm
And then
impressed. That's good.
Lofton, who literally every team he went to for like the last 87 years of his career went to the fucking postseason.
Except for the White Sox.
Right.
Yeah, they don't count. Screw the White Sox.
But that was a great July
Outside.
pickup. That was a great pickup in July.
What was the other thing I was gonna fucking say? It was a bond here and I forgot about it. Oh, that's what the other thing was. Apparently, China is trying to
Wait,
buy their way into the cartels in Mexico.
Wait,
Mexico.
China.
China.
Sort of all of China.
The Chinese
is trying
government.
to
Well, the
buy-
Chinese government.
Okay. I
No.
was like, that's good for them.
Shit, the rest of the people are like, could you just, I don't know, use
Use that money we're going to use to
No,
buy
no.
into the cartel to, get some running water.
Nah, they know that's not gonna happen. Just put some actual rebar in the concrete.
Nah,
So this-
we're not doing that reinforced shit.
30-story building doesn't fall
Wait,
while
what?
people are in
I
it.
mean, I'll
Yeah.
tell you this. You drive around, like in Egypt, they got rebar shooting out the top of every freaking building, it seems. Like in
That's a
Planet.
great story
They
for
don't-
everyone.
They don't want. Hey, what the
I don't know if we have enough time tonight for that one, but that's a good story.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the next time we go up to their house, you gotta come on, Raj. You gotta tell that story.
That one I want to make sure I trademark.
Yes, that one is fucking hilarious. That is hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, Egypt. Yeah.
But they have rebar shooting out the top of all the buildings. Like, waiting for the next level. So like you're going around and it's like all these buildings. It's
kinda like waiting for government.
Dude, it's crazy. It's like all these skeletal like arms sticking out. It's like, what the fuck is that? Oh, they're planning to build higher.
Or at least at one point they did.
Right.
Hey, either that or
I mean, it's
motherfucking
everywhere.
gargoyles.
It's everywhere. It's trippy.
Yeah, that is.
But anyway, they have rebar and shit, so why doesn't China? I want to know what the fuck you're
Because
saying.
communism doesn't give a fuck about people. It doesn't
Communism only helps those in power.
Rebar.
Yeah, communism don't give a shit about rebar.
And come to find out, rebar's actually anti-communist.
Yeah,
Oh my
apparently
God,
it
I can't
is
believe
steel.
It's like their kryptonite.
No,
So if
but-
you ever run into a commie, just show some steel, they'll run away.
Yep.
It's like garlic for a vampire.
American steel.
Well, we sell them our steel. They break it down, make it shitty, and then sell it back to us for twice as much.
Yep. It's because hey,
Because they're smart.
it's called
Right?
smart. Yep.
Yeah, that's a nice Donald Trump moment right there. Because I'm smart.
Bigly.
Yeah.
For the longest time, I thought he was saying big league. So I was like, what the fuck? Is
One
that?
word. B-I-G-L-Y. Bigly.
Big league.
Wow, I almost. Wow, I
That took
never
a
even
big
thought
league
that.
shit.
I was like, oh, that shot is big league. Whoa, that's actually pretty good.
But no, that's giving him far too much credit.
That is. Holy shit. I wonder if all you fucks out there thought he was saying big league.
Well, you know,
Oh, now their mind's blown. Wait, he wasn't saying big league? I made a huge mistake.
son of a
Oh,
bitch.
shit, all
Yeah,
those
the
people
mine
that
is-
stormed the Capitol building, huge mistake. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I thought he was saying big league.
I get a pass on violating the law.
That wasn't an insurrection, it was a misunderstanding.
He said
We were invited. Tea was served.
they were invited.
They were invited.
Hey, and one guy did serve some tea, and that one bitch ate it. Why would you go? He said, "Don't do it, don't do it." And she was in the Air Force.
Yeah, she's an Air Force veteran. She was an officer in the Air Force.
I'm sorry, real quick. You guys see the Herschel Walker MTG fucking. Is that MTG? Yeah, Magic the Gathering. So yeah, anyway. MTG, she's all like flexing, right? And then they gave shit to Michelle Obama, like calling her like a man. And
Yeah,
this and that.
gorilla.
But, like, yeah, all this fucked up stuff. And then here's this, and they're like, yeah, that's a fucking tough ass. Fuck you. Once again,
Dude, his son is kind of weird.
Who's son?
his son?
Christian Walker. Herschel Walker's son. He's this gay,
yeah, Christian.
super conservative, like
Oh, that's
like influencer.
influencer. Yeah.
I hate
yeah.
that term.
Oh, dude.
You ain't influencing shit but dumbass.
I just seen some video of him like going off on fuck, what's her name?
Jada.
No, Kayla.
Oh wait.
Who?
Singer.
No.
But that's
Who?
She must be new. I don't know her.
Hey.
she's actually from Oakland.
Okay,
Oh,
well
I
then,
feel
all right, I ain't
terrible.
gonna talk shit.
But no, like I guess they were in line at like a Starbucks at a drive-through, and he was all butthurt because there were a bunch of pride flags in the window. Like, you got all these pride flags, but you don't have an American flag. If you don't have it, I'll bring one.
But we're in America. We know where the fuck we are, bro.
Like it's Pride Month. They have it flying in there for that. First off, the American flag isn't supposed to be flying in a window
Isn't he
anyway.
gay?
All right.
Yes.
That's what I like. So,
Yes. Exactly.
Right.
like, damn, bro.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly.
How-
Your brain's going in the right
Back-
Your brain's going a hell of a lot faster than theirs.
My brain was like, don't even, just stop.
But yeah,
Stop
he
right
got
there.
all butthurt and everything, and I guess she was telling the people like she could see him in the back, like doing his little video, and you know she was like, "I'm sorry, guys. I see who it is back there. I'm sorry." Like,
Right.
and could hear him like berating them over the thing, like, "I'll bring an American flag," like over the intercom to order. It's like you're talking to an employee. They don't even
already
own
made
them.
it so I don't even want to fucking see one, and that sucks.
But
that sucks.
beyond that, you want to
You
give
know?
them one to fly to put up in their window.
Right.
then you're not very patriotic because that's not how that's supposed to go.
Only
Right.
supposed to be on a
I
pole.
love
Yeah.
flying my American flag if I wanted to fly an American flag.
But it's not supposed to be on your clothes. It's not supposed to be a shirt, a hat.
Abby Hoffman went to fucking prison for wearing a damn flag. Y'all threw him in fucking jail to shut him up.
Yep.
And didn't like what he was saying, so you threw him in jail, said it was because he's wearing a flag. Y'all parading around.
Now you're walking
ruining
around in a
every
fucking
damn-
American flag Speedo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
that one.
And
You know
the
how
blue line
un-American
thing,
that shit
all
is?
that stuff drives me nuts.
Yeah, the thin blue line, the thin red line, the green, all that shit. Like, that's super unpatriotic.
Yeah. But
yeah.
you guys are the most patriotic.
Super unpatriotic. Like you want to spout all these things. That is one of the most unpatriotic things you can do.
Absolutely.
Especially those of you motherfuckers wearing a Speedo.
Yeah.
Don't wear that first off.
Unbelievable.
Off top, don't wear
You're
a
putting
Speedo.
a shit stain on a fucking American flag.
piss
Come on, man.
We know you don't
Come on
shake.
now. Yeah, we know you don't. No, you don't. 'Cause I ain't no different than y'all, man. I walk around with a drop of piss in my pants, too. You know, we ain't no better than one another.
And
That's how you
you're-
keep the gremlins away.
Yeah. But you're walking around with a fucking American flag Speedo on.
Gremlins, that's what it is.
Oh, man.
Fucking Owen Benjamin, he's some comedian who fucking lost it. And he says he does turpentine with a little bit of sugar, white sugar, to help. The white sugar calls the grabblers out, the turpentine kills them. Hey, don't do that. Please don't do this shit.
No,
Don't
no.
do that. Do not do that. The fucking
All 12 of you
grabblers.
watching this, do not do that.
God damn, man. That dude is he lost it. Thank you, Reagan. Fucking
Yeah. I mean,
there's a lot of crazy people out, and growing up in San Francisco, I could tell you we had a homeless problem on par with population and pretty much with everyone else in the United States. All of a sudden, where the fuck are all these homeless coming from?
Oh, dude.
Like there's
they're being
hell
shipped
of
here.
them.
Literally.
Yeah,
And it's
talked
actually been
about it.
proven.
You talked about it in the last episode, and I laughed because I'm like, we had this guy when we moved to Oakland. We called him, oh my God, the Cajun Al Pacino. He was great. He was just like, it totally was. He was like, "Whoa, come here, you want me to fucking, weed whack your backyard? I'll do that. Great guy. But he was displaced because of Katrina. And he had an opportunity because he was homeless, right? So he says he got a ticket to go anywhere. And his dad happened to be on a ship that was on display in San Francisco, and he wanted to see the ship. Right, that was it. Like it was like totally like a legitimate. Like I would love to see where my dad spent this time. So he went. He was a. I know it sounds totally like cliche, but he was a shrimper, right? So he came off and he went up there.
Bubba.
Yeah, but like nice guy.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
Bubba was a
but
nice guy. He was a little simple, but he was a nice guy.
And same with this gentleman, nice guy, simple.
There's something about
but
the
he was
shipping industry.
really, really,
Educated.
sincere. Anyway, but he was shipped up with a one-way ticket, and he was in our backyard. For the longest time, basically just in our backyard. And that's just one person on a.
Yeah. And that's what a lot of the homeless now in San Francisco and the Bay Area in general is. Some of it is displaced
And
residents
LA.
because of the cost of living.
Sure.
But and that's part of why there's been a recent spike. But it's
This
also
happened before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a recent spike, but a lot of the homeless in this area have been shipped here
Yeah,
from
it's
other
been
states and
proven.
other cities.
And especially like New York, any northern area where you can get hypothermia and this, that, and the other thing. And I remember, I was homeless on both sides of the country, and people dying of hypothermia, being homeless is a fucking serious concern, back east. So
Hell
if
yeah.
you can get a ticket to go to a place where you're not
That
going to
it's
die from
warmer,
that,
yeah.
and we have better laws for people that are homeless and opportunities and whatnot. They don't always take it, but they're there. And anyway, that's
Yeah.
if I can go in it because again, I was homeless there. I was homeless here.
Shit,
You
and
know.
the way things are going, there's a lot of foreign nationals who own a lot of our homes. You know, Hannity owns at least 30,000. Tucker Carlson owns at least a lot.
Trump Tower is fucking Russian owned, vacant.
No, he has
And I'm
no.
not-
He has no connections to the Russians. That's all fake news.
Right.
I only got like all my wives from that fucking region of the world.
Well,
But
they're
it's
the
like,
ones that
and
would
then
put
a
up
lot of
with
these
them.
places, they're empty.
the American
They're bought up and they're empty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Fucking.
it's just
Empty.
it's just a money store.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it. You got to get rid of it. Not to mention, I
Well,
don't
and
want to
that's-
get just on the Republicans.
And then you have
Democrats
like
responsible for that shit, too.
Airbnb shit.
Yeah,
you know,
that
which
kind
I love Airbnb when I'm traveling. Do I like it in my neighborhood? No, I don't like it in my neighborhood, but I can't have it both ways.
Yeah.
So
There does need to be something done with that. And I know they've
cap.
tried different
They've
things, but
capped
yeah.
here. They've capped out here to a certain point, or you're supposed to be able to only own a certain amount or represent a certain amount.
Yeah.
Well, and in all honesty, it's kind of, I like it, but at the same time, it's like, you know, go stay at a fucking hotel because
See,
that's
me-
really eating up. I like staying at them. I really do.
If I grew up like hotels, I wanted my whole life to be in hotels. I wanted to constantly be moving, never fucking stop anywhere, live in a hotel. But
But then you got a band down by the river.
now I met his ma. But anyway, but for real, it's like I like an Airbnb because I like to go into a neighborhood and grab a town's culture. You know, like that's what I like about it. And you go to a hotel, and next thing you know, you're eating at a fucking, you know,
The restaurant in the
Chevy's,
lobby or something,
You know,
yeah.
or McDonald's. You know, all this bullshit that's just like cookie cut all
Yeah.
the time. So I don't want that. I don't go fucking thousands of miles to get what I can get at home.
Yeah, exactly.
I want what they have. So it's like I like an Airbnb for that. So
No, and it
Yeah, no,
definitely
I
has a
like-
place
yeah,
there,
but
but
I
there
get
does
it.
need
It's
to
like
be a
when we were
cap.
when we were in Louisiana, right? And it's like everywhere was a fucking Airbnb.
Which means that
Like,
now those are
now
all
those
places that can't be rented out or bought.
Exactly, and that sucks.
And there's people that buy houses solely
Yeah.
for the purpose of turning
Yes,
them into
and
Airbnbs.
that-
And
is
we
what
thought
comes
about
to
it, you know, like your mom and I, like we thought about that. And then it was one of those things like, do I want to be that asshole?
Yeah.
You know, and it's a weighing thing, and you should weigh it out. It should be weighed out.
Well, and that's
know.
where, you know, there needs to be a federal law capping the amount of homes one person can own, even a business.
Right,
I don't
but
believe
that's a
any business should
problem.
own. Yeah, 'cause-
Like, even I and you, it's like, oh, dude, just put in my fucking name.
see, and
Do
that,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not even gonna fucking say this because it's probably too controversial, but these are thoughts that run through. But they're always doing that. You represent me, whatever. I got the money, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah.
It's in your name, but it's mine.
Right. We know this. Yeah.
it's,
but,
yeah, that broker
It's the
shit.
shell game.
Oh, shit, I gotta
Right.
get going.
Oh.
Oh,
Well, I guess that's the end of today's show.
Yep, we will be talking more about, you know, whatever comes to our mind next time.
Whenever it comes to our mind, you know, this isn't always or ever a well thought out thing.
no, because you start off with basketball and y'all fucking don't know shit about basketball.
And then,
And then we went to wrestling, which we know you know plenty of.
I know nothing of modern wrestling other than it fucking sucks.
I couldn't tell you any of the wrestlers unless there's one that happened to be wrestling 15
He's the
years
Rock's
ago.
cousin, Brock. You know Brock.
Is he
Oh,
still
yeah.
wrestling? Yeah.
Yep.
Do you know Croc?
Croc, yep, he wears Crocs.
Drock? Yeah, Drock is dope.
Probably a name that they would have.
It's on the list somewhere.
Yeah, they're, Stain.
Yeah.
Stain's still wrestling. He's 62.
Yeah. Boom, boom. Yeah.
Him too.
Roxanne.
So, yeah, that song's awesome. Apparently, Homeboy could withhold his nut just by breathing.
You can't.
Oh, I can. Not for that long, but I can do it.
Brother.
Buy him an extra 5 seconds.
Brother. When the camera's off.
Buy that extra 5 seconds. That's all he needs.
Hey, Hey, as long as I get a cool 10 seconds out of the experience, we're all good.
Hey, it'll be the best 10 seconds of your life.
Like, what was
That's
it,
the most
Detroit Rock
important
City?
10 seconds you got, buddy, right there.
It's like in
Hey,
was it
sorry,
Van
I got a
Wilder? Was it Van Wilder where the love interest dude like constantly premature ejaculated?
Yeah, I think.
And he hooked up with the other chickens. It was the best 10 seconds of my life.
Yeah. It's so warm.
Oh, the
Yeah, that
fucking
and the
pastries
nastiest
filled
thing.
with
Yeah,
the dog jizz.
that was horrible.
Yeah.
All right, on that note, we gotta go.
Apparently I need to.
That Wild is funny.
Yeah, early Ryan Reynolds.
Right on.
All right, y'all.
Green Lantern.
It was fun.
Yeah, we'll have Roger back on at some point. And he can tell you some of his stories.
Yeah.
Egypt. Hey, but those you guys on YouTube, hit the like button, subscribe, give us some
Comment.
comments.
All
Those of
right,
you not on YouTube,
do the same.
thank you.